The ASME Nadai Medal is presented to Professor Lambert Ben Friend, Division of Engineering, Brown University, for fundamental contributions to the mechanics of solids, dynamic fracture, stress waves in solids, computational mechanics, mechanics of thin films, and mechanics of biological systems.
Fracture is the response of the material. The applied forces are things like the pressure inside a pressure vessel or the natural gas in a transmission line, and the response is deformation and ultimately fracture of the material. So the basic idea is to understand why the fracture occurs at the load level that it did and how it proceeds to develop through the material. This is the sort of thinking that goes into development of codes and standards for design and safety considerations in structural components and pipelines and aircraft and so on and so forth. Another avenue that we're pursuing fairly actively here is in the biological realm. People are trying to figure out how biological systems work from a mechanical point of view so that that can be exploited as carriers of materials or integrators of materials or building blocks of materials themselves in developing systems that are useful for engineering purposes. I think writing my books has been the best and most important developments of my career. Just devoting 3 or 4 years to filling in all the gaps in a subject area and rounding out the conclusions of it and presenting material in a much more rational way than it developed in the open literature, which is sort of a scatter process, has been a tremendously fulfilling experience.
Professor Friend's impact on the engineering sciences has been significant and permanent. He has served as the nucleus for the evolution of new fields and as a source of inspiration for an entire generation of scientists and engineers. In addition, he is devoted to service of his professional community with years of volunteer leadership positions held.
My family is incredibly important to me, and I have 6 grandchildren who are just a joy to my wife and myself. I have 2 sons who are professors, incidentally, so they're accustomed to this way of life where non-monetary rewards are the norm. One is in mechanical engineering, one's in computer science, and a 3rd son, not a professor, has a software company. Think about what you're doing, think about the consequences of what you do what you think is right. Engineering at any level, in design, manufacturing, research, is a great challenge and a great opportunity, I think, for young people at any stage.